Hey guys, Nicole here, and I'm here for Scraplift Saturday. As you are seeing the inspiration for the week as well as the layout I'm scraplifting, I will quickly tell you that this layout is made from Marcy Penner, and I am scraplifting this along with another crafty Maven Kelly Overman Olia. So make sure you check out her video as well and see how our layouts turn out differently. The inspiration the part of the inspiration I pulled from partially was the colors, although these colors end up being quite a bit different. I loved the blue mixed with like the oranges and the reds. And so I ended up kind of going towards looking for that combo. And I found that in the new Amy Tan collection, Finders Keepers, but I end up kind of making it a little bit brighter and pulling in a lot more of the pinks. And so it kind of ends up taking quite a different turn from the inspiration. But I also loved the ombre fingernails and was going to use this new Ombre Hero Arts ink that I got, but it didn't end up working. So that's typically how it goes. You kind of get inspired by something and then you end up taking it in your own direction. So it's all good. So I had gotten this photo that I wanted to scrapbook of my two girls together from last Thanksgiving. And I wanted to really follow this sketch fairly closely because it's very unique and I love it because it's completely not something that I would normally do on my own. And so it was a lot of fun. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't been scrapbooking a whole lot lately. I've been kind of busy with work and just I've kind of been just out of I haven't been motivated to scrapbook a whole lot lately. I've been doing some hauls, so I've done some shopping, but I haven't done a ton of scrapbooking. I've done a little bit here and there, so it was kind of hard for me to get going. Like I felt like this was kind of my, I don't know, sometimes I'll just do a layout that kind of gets the creativity flowing, and this was kind of that layout. So it kind of takes me a little bit to figure out what I want to do. But and that's why I decided to follow the sketch pretty closely. Because I just didn't have a lot of creative inspiration to do my own thing, to be honest with you. And that happens sometimes. Like sometimes you just don't have it. So here I am trying to figure out, I like how she has her title that goes underneath the entire cluster of embellishments in the photo. So I'm just trying to figure out if I want to do a white on white. And I thought I wanted to do that, but then I felt like with the multicolored washi tape I have along the top, I kind of felt, I don't know, like I needed some more balance underneath the photo. So I decided to end up using these letter stickers instead. And that floral washi tape at the top was just from the washi tape book from Amy Tangerine, Finders Keepers line. That's all I used was her new line. So So here I'm deciding what to title it and how to space it out and that kind of thing. And I apologize. I do end up cutting some of this out, but I didn't until a little bit later. But sometimes these can be tricky because if you don't want two letters of the same color right next to each other, you want it to balance. So I had to do some arranging. I only got some of the pink in the girls because none of the other letters in Sweet had pink in them. And I ended up balancing that out later, which I'll show you. I just wanted to point that out because that was kind of bothering me. Because I like to, if I'm doing a title, I like to have kind of all the different colors kind of spread throughout the title, and that just wasn't possible. So anyway, so I'm just kind of getting this title going. And I am doing an 8.5 by 11, which I don't do very often. And I'm pretty sure that that's what the layout that Marcy Penner did was. I think it was 8.5 by 11. I could be wrong, but from the photo, that's what it looks like. Definitely a different size that I'm not used to working with. Like I said, I do every so often. But definitely, for some reason, required an adjustment for me this time around. I just had a hard time with the amount of space I had. I did pull out a 12 by 12 very briefly, and I thought it was going to be just way too busy with the style of embellishment that was on this layout. So I went back to 8.5 by 11 and then just kind of had to figure it out. So here's where I'm kind of mixing around some of the colors and trying to get them spread out here. I love those. I love the letter sticker just because they're really cute, but I like how they pull in the multiple colors that are up in that washi tape. And I did matte the photo, just really small matte with, it's like a pink and yellow. It was one of the 4x6 cards that came with her, one of her embellishment packages. And so now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to, do the embellishments around the photo. They're all pretty linear. She actually had stitching through a lot of this stuff, and I just don't do that, so I skipped that part. But I'm just kind of pulling out some different ephemera pieces and things that are small enough because there's really not that much space on each side of the photo. And I just had to tinker with this for a long time. I thought, well, maybe I'll layer some stuff up, which was not how she had it. Hers were all very like individual pieces. So down the road here, I do decide that I really wanted to stick to that type of embellishment because that's very abnormal for me. I'm normally a layerer. And so I really wanted to kind of stretch myself here and really just space these babies out and not layer like I normally do. So you'll see, I think I sneak one little layering piece in at the end, but for the most part, I do pretty good. And I have a variety of embellishments, and I wanted to keep some texture on the layout. And so I love these. I use mostly flat die cut pieces, but I do use some vellum. I use some rub-ons, a doily, one of those like bronze circle embellishments, and then some of the puffy stickers. And now that I'm actually looking at it now, I kind of feel like the left side didn't get as much. I feel like I need to get one more piece on the left side that has some dimension. So I think I might add something dimensional inside that middle part of the camera, maybe like a heart or something. I'm just going to do that now, so you aren't going to see it because I've already taken my pictures, but I'm just going to add in like a little maybe pink puffy heart into that middle of that camera just to help give some dimension to that left side, because I do add some to the bottom as well as to the right, and so that will help even that out a little bit. Sometimes you don't see things really great until you're watching it on camera or on film. So here I really like, it's tricky because you have such different spaces that you have to kind of fill in, but yet you want them to be somewhat evenly placed, if that makes sense. So you don't have weird gaps between some of them, and there's a couple places where the gaps aren't as even as in the other places. Like I really was thinking about the margins, so I wanted kind of the margins to be equal from the end of the embellishments on the right side, the end of the embellishments on the left side, to be similar to the margin between my photo and the washi tape and my photo and my title. So I wanted to really kind of keep an even margin there. So I was keeping that in mind, as well as the margins between the elements. But since they're all different sizes, there's stars and hearts and rectangles and doily shapes, it was kind of tricky. And so I just kind of had to play around a little bit to make it feel like it, I wasn't embellishing too heavy in some clusters versus others, if that makes sense. That's I came across this rub-on, and I was going to just journal down here, but I thought that would be really cute down there. So I added that rub-on there. So I'm kind of keeping in mind also color. So, trying to keep in mind, you know, where the navy blues are and the aquas and the pinks. And then I added some of the golds and bronzes. It's more of a gold. It's kind of like a darker gold. You know, I'm not worrying about the, you know, sets of 3, but I'm just kind of making sure that keeping in mind the title and then each side of the photo that it's even. There's a balance with the colors as well as the textures and dimensions. So here I'm just I'm thinking I want, because that's kind of a very odd shape there, so I'm thinking a rub-on's going to be the best thing, and so I just do another black rub-on there. And these rub-ons are really nice. They rub on really nicely. So I'm just trying to fill in these last. I have a couple little weird spots, and I'm just trying to fill them in a little bit. And I just chose elements that match the photo. So the camera is an obvious one. The doily is very, you know, feminine, and the house is, you know, we were at our home. It was our first Thanksgiving in our new home. The and sign, because it was my 2 girls together, and of course the hearts and that circle. Oh, I should put something there too. I might put like an enamel dot, or I might just leave it. We'll see. But that says "so very sweet," and so I have "sweet" in 3 places, the title there, and then I add some at the bottom. So just, yeah, they're all elements that made sense with, you know, with the photo and the memory that I was capturing. And this isn't like a really deep memory type of layout. This is pretty much just wanted to document my 2 girls together on Thanksgiving, and pretty simple as that. So, and my daughter on the left, actually both girls have like gold elements on their clothing, and so I thought that, and sorry about that. And I think I journal here maybe. You may have noticed that, so I paused and started and paused and started. I was, again, just having a hard time getting this all figured out. So I tried to spare you some of the the thinking time. So if you notice that, like, all of a sudden I had, you know, 6 embellishments down, that's why. So on the layout on her she had this little thing on the bottom right. And so I wanted to do the bottom left just because I felt like, because I'd put that rub-on underneath the title that and my journaling went kind of more towards the right. I felt like I needed to do this towards the left. So I just kind of do these arrows and pointing to this sweet. And then that also got some more pink down on the bottom because I had those 2 pinks in the girls and then a couple pinks at the top. And I wanted to get more pink at the bottom to balance that out a little bit. And then I just layer one of the navy blue hearts because I felt like I needed a navy blue element down there as well because I had the aqua and the yellow kind of covered with that rub-on. And then I do, like I said, add a pink, one of those pink enamel hearts in that middle of that camera, just to give it some more dimension on that left side. So here, I think I'm done. This is a very different layout for me, but I really like it. I hope you guys like it. I know I recognize Marcy Penner's name because I'm pretty sure that I've either scraplifted her a lot or, you know, really paid attention to her layouts because I really like them and I really like her style. So it was a lot of fun to scraplift this. I look forward to seeing what Kelly does, and thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next month. Thank you. Bye-bye.